Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Traska Summiteer in the Smith's Everest PRS-25. Now, one caveat with the Summiteer is this is the version 1, and they're currently selling version 2. Some of the differences are that the version 2 has a box sapphire crystal similar to what is on the commuter. This one here just has a flat sapphire crystal. The case on the new Summiteer is a little more rounded, similar to this case, but not maybe about the same amount of roundness. And lastly, the crown is a little bit different on the version 2 Summiteer, which is what you would be able to purchase now unless you go to the used market. So just a caveat there, but overall shape and look is essentially the same. So price for the Smith's Everest, what I paid shipped to my door is about $505 US. I don't remember the price of the version 1 Summiteer. I actually purchased this one used, but version 2 of the Summiteer is $550. So let's get into the size of these watches. Lug to lug on the Summiteer is 46, and I took those measurements off the Traska website just in case something is a little different with version 2. Anyway, 46 lug to lug on the Summiteer. The Smith's is 43.5. The lug to lug is a bit smaller. Case diameter, this one is 38.5, and the Smith's Everest is 36. Thickness, the Summiteer is actually thinner at 10.2, but with the version 2 it'll be a little bit thicker because of the crystal being a box crystal. It'll pop up out of the case a little bit. And the Smith's Everest is 11.1 thick. The Summiteer actually looks thicker, but I think that's due to the case shape perhaps, just being a slab-sided case versus having some roundedness to it there. Lug width is the same on both of these at 20. They both have a female end link, so the lug to lug on the case is your actual lug to lug. You won't have the center link protruding out. The crown size is quite a bit different on these two. I prefer the crown on the Traska. It's just a lot easier to use. 7mm on the Traska versus 5.5 on the Smith's. Okay, so movement. The Traska Summiteer has a Miyota 9039. At least the version 2 does. I don't know which one this has in it. Could be the 9019 or the 9039, 9015, whatever. It is for sure a 9000 series movement. Smith's Everest has the Miyota 9039 as well. So they're both 8 beats per second. Nice smooth sweep with the second hand. 100-meter water resistance. The Lume on the Traska is BGW9. Lume on the Smith's is X1-C3. The Lume is very good on this watch. I've not experienced Lume on the Summiteer yet, but we'll get into that towards the end of the video. Both have 316L stainless steel. Smith's has some form of anti-magnetism, whatever. The Traska does have the scratch resistance coating. I've never actually tried to scratch one of these, but from my limited experience wearing the commuter, I think it works well. I know some people complain that the color of the watch is not, it's not quite right. It doesn't look like a stainless steel watch. Looks kind of like a titanium watch, but I don't mind it. I like that it's a little bit different. Just looking around, I have a titanium watch over here, actually. Way over here on the desk. Kind of going off topic here, but this is titanium, the Hampton Kraken H2 or whatever it's called. But anyway, just a quick sidebar here, looking at the coating or the case color. So set that back off to the side. I did talk about the crystals. Again, version 2 will have a box dome, double dome sapphire crystal, and this one does have a box domed crystal as well, sapphire crystal. There's a very slight dome to it. This one here does have a, I've not had another sapphire crystal watch like this where you can see, I don't know, you can see like the edge of the crystal in there. It's kind of weird. This could be what they talk about on Speedmasters with the Milky ring. I don't really want to talk about customer service, but you know my history with this watch, or maybe you don't. You can check out some of my other videos, but this watch here has an issue with the clasp. The clasp would pop open while on wrist, so I had to modify this hook myself. Yeah, so anyway, the owner of the company would not help me out at all, would not send out a new clasp, would not refund my payment. Traska, I had an issue with the Traska commuter clasp. It was just sticking a little bit when I was trying to open it, and no questions asked. They just basically asked for my address and sent me out a new one. I mean, I didn't have to prove that I had the watch or anything like that. So very nice customer service. I thought I had it somewhere, but anyway, doesn't matter. The point of the story is good customer service versus bad customer service. The size difference is pretty amazing. It's, I don't know, so this is a 36 case, and then this is a 38.5. This 2.5 millimeter, but that is a big difference on the dial. I don't know what kind of magic this is, because the bezel doesn't really look all that much thicker. Help me out here. Help me understand why this looks so much larger than this one, even though it's 2.5 millimeters. I think it has, it's not even because of that either. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to prove, but yeah, it's probably not worth trying. This is a 10, 20, it's about 30 millimeter there, I guess. And this one here, I guess I would call that 33 millimeter. So yeah, anyway, let me get both of these on wrist. I think I went over all the specs. Yeah, that would about do it there for the specs. So we'll get these on wrist, and then we can get into the Lume. I'm expecting the Lume on this is going to be better, because the Lume on this is very good. But we could be surprised. Oh yeah, that's something else. The version 2 Summiteer does have better Lume than the version 1, and this is the version 1, so not quite a fair comparison here. So just keep that in mind if you're going to purchase one of these. Looking at the specs of the new one, I'm really interested in getting one. I really do like the curved case more, and I actually have 2 of these, so maybe I'll sell them both and buy the new Summiteer, but they appear to be out of stock right now. So anyway, 46 lug to lug, 52 millimeter wristband, 6.5 inch wrist. Also, if you could let me know in the comment which of these two look better on my wrist, I'd really appreciate it. Really trying to make up my mind if I want to get the 36mm Rolex Explorer, which would be very similar in size to this watch. Some days I think it looks too small, and other days I think it looks just great. This thing almost looks too big to me, but it's not that big of a watch. Oh well. Okay, let me put the other one on wrist, and then I'll zoom out for both of them, I guess. Get a little bit different perspective with the zoom here. So here we are with the Smith Everest. I think it looks good on camera, the size of it at least. Zoom out here. I'll do a little bit of a wrist roll first, I guess. Nice and thin. Pretty comfortable watch. Both of these are comfortable on wrist. Miscellaneous junk in the background here. Got another video lined up, hopefully. So, lug to lug on this is 43.5, and again, a 52mm wristband, 6-inch wrist. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could go ahead and do so, and like the video. Leave some comments below. I really enjoy chatting back and forth with you guys. Another thing I like about the Traska is, I mean, you don't really see it, but I do appreciate the perlage work on the middle clasp here. Just a nice touch. They didn't have to do it, but it looks nice. So anyway, let's get this for the zoomed out picture, and then we'll get into the Lume. This one does have larger indices in surface area for the Lume, but I think the Smith is probably going to be better. Alrighty, let's switch over to the Lume. Alright, so obviously the Traska Summiteer on the left, version 1. Version 2 is supposed to have better Lume. Then on the right, the Smith Everest PRS-25. It's hard to judge which one is brighter. I would give it to the Smith. The Lume color is obviously different. They look about the same by eye as what they do on camera, so if Lume is your thing, you know, maybe go with the Smith. But again, the version 2 Summiteer is supposed to be better. Normally I conclude the video with the Lume shot, but I want to I'll turn the lights back on and we'll check out the dial on these watches. Let's see if I can do it with just the background lights here. Give you a few more seconds to check out the Lume, and then we'll turn the lights back on. Because the gilded hands and the logo on the Everest is very, I really like the way that it looks. I'll just say it like that. Alright, get the lights back on. I guess that's good enough. Got it zoomed in a bit, but I really like the gilded logo on this. And then you have the gilt hands. The standard Everest is the same as this, except for the gild, obviously. So the minute track, the hands, and then the two logos here. Well, not the logos, but the text would not be gilded. I really like that sunburst gilded logo there. Then let's take a moment to check out the Summiteer. I like how the middle of it is kind of dished out there, but it's kind of a plain looking watch, which is fine. But nice and legible. So anyway, let me know in the comment section which of these two you would choose. And as always, thank you for the time, and thank you for watching.